When you're a part of the judicial system, it becomes the utmost responsibility for you to stand up to powerful enemies of the people, to safeguard the law and order, and the constitution. Without a fair judiciary, governments can go unchecked. And without a free and brave judiciary, the people will lose their trust in the last pillar of democracy. And as a result, the people will lose the last resort to hold those in power accountable. But today, a sad situation is playing out. Political violence in West Bengal. BJP leaders and supporters are being attacked, murdered, or gang raped. They are being disciplined for daring to vote against the TMC. But when they have knocked on the court's door, they are getting mixed reactions. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national and social political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Diksha, and in this video, I will tell you how a Supreme Court judge has reacted to political violence versus how the Calcutta High Court has. Let's begin. Justice Indira Banerjee on Friday withdrew from hearing a petition filed by the families of two BJP activists killed in the post-poll violence in West Bengal, seeking a CBI SIT probe. The division bench of Justice Indira Banerjee and Justice M.R. Shah was hearing the writ petition filed by Biswajit Sarkar, brother of one of the deceased BJP member. However, as soon as the hearing started, Justice Indira announced, "I have some difficulty in hearing this matter. Let this matter be listed before another bench," and recused herself from the case. After Justice Indira stepped down, the matter was adjourned and the registry was directed to list the case before a bench where Justice Banerjee was not present. While the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta requested for the listing of the matter on coming Tuesday, the bench remarked that it may not be proper on its part to give any listing date as the presiding judge was recusing. While the Supreme Court judge dropped out, citing no reason, the Calcutta High Court was breathing down the neck of the Mamata government and ordered the National Human Rights Commission to constitute a committee to examine complaints filed by persons who were displaced during the post-poll violence in West Bengal. The High Court said, "In a case like where the allegation is that life and property of the residents of the state is in danger on account of alleged post-poll violence, the state cannot be allowed to proceed in the manner it likes. The complaints required immediate action. It is the duty of the state to maintain law and order in the state and inspire confidence in the residents of the state." According to a report by Live Law, the court further observed, though action should have been taken by the state, but despite matter being pending in court, apparently no concrete steps have been taken. Stating that facts presented before the bench pointed otherwise, the judges remarked that the TMC government was denying everything. Judges said, state from the very beginning had been denying everything. But the facts, as have been placed on record by the petitioners and also as is evident little bit from the report dated June 3, 2021, filed by the member secretary of the West Bengal State Legal Services Authority, are different. Reported by TFI, after the assembly election results were announced on May 2, a vendetta-driven Mamata had unleashed her TMC goons to take apart the BJP unit workers as well as those who did not vote for her party. Dozens of BJP party workers have been slaughtered ever since, with the recent casualty being Debashish Acharya, who had slapped Mamata's nephew Abhishek Banerjee in 2015. It is pertinent to mention that Mamata Banerjee earlier this month appointed her nephew as the All India General Secretary of the party. Thus, it is indeed curious that within a fortnight of taking the charge of one of the topmost party position, the person that slapped Abhishek dropped dead. It is important that the courts of the country get to the end of violence orchestrated in West Bengal. Reported by TFI, Mamata Banerjee during the election trail had insinuated that she will undertake mass killings after she will come to power and the central forces move back. Mamata Banerjee had said, "I keep knowledge of every inch of the elections. After the election, the security personnel sent by the central government will go back. But if our government is formed, then the BJP supporters will plead with folded hands for the central security forces to be stationed for a few more days so that they could be saved." The TMC Supremo has been infamous for her reign of terror, where political killings, lynchings, and bombings are the routine norms. After gaining keys to the office for a third straight term, Mamata has only ramped up her bloodlust for the opposition.